Double kill. Yes! 3 down! This is amazing!
Hey, how's it going everybody over on the Destiny Tracker YouTube channel? My name's Eric and welcome back to a brand new Destiny video. So it's been a minute since I've actually made a video on this channel, and if you guys don't remember me, that's completely okay. But the last video I made was actually tips on how to get your first We Ran Out of Metals gameplay. It's been a long time, let's just leave it at that. So I do apologize for that, but from now on, I will be making a lot more videos trying to help you guys become better Crucible players and try to help you guys overall with like trials and trials carries, because I will start streaming as well. So with that being said, today's video is what you guys wanted to see within Crucible in Destiny 2. The lovely staff over on our Twitter decided to put a question out there actually asking you guys what you wanted to see within Destiny 2's Crucible. So in this video, you guys are going to see the responses. I'm going to break it down for you guys, give you my opinions, and then I'm going to give you guys my personal 3 that I want to see happen within Destiny 2. So without further ado, let's hop into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so the first thing I'd like to talk about is at Fierce Knight and what he had to say about the topic. So Fierce Knight, or at Knight Fierce, says he wants more exotic hand cannons. Now, here's the problem. I completely agree with this. I want more exotic hand cannons to be in the game, but then you have to also include every other weapon type in the game as well. I want exotic weapons in the game that actually feel exotic. You remember the Suros, the Vex, the Thorn, the Last Word, the Hawkmoon, when they all first came out? Those felt exotic. Now the exotics we get, they barely even feel exotic at all. The last time we truly and genuinely got an exotic weapon that felt exotic was during the Taken King, that being with the Zalo Supercell and the Sleeper Simulant. So, if anything, Bungie needs to include more exotic weapons in general, including PvP weapons, and they need, in order to make them to feel, I guess, more important and more exotic and worth using over all of the legendary weapons that I'm sure are going to be included within the game. Now the next suggestion comes from at Kodorama7, and he says, less abilities and grenades, more gunplay, better connection, ranked and casual, and I'm assuming he means ranked and casual playlists. I completely agree with the ranked and casual playlist. For those who want to have a more, I guess, pro MLG experience within Destiny, that's where the ranked playlist would come in. And for those who just want to get the casual PvP experience, they can just go into the casual playlist and actually use fun weapons. Right now, in the current state of Destiny, you can't use fun weapons without being punished within the Crucible, because you have skill-based matchmaking, you have little to no diversity with weapons within the Crucible, and a lot of people nowadays are just spamming grenades and supers. So it's kind of really an unfun experience at the moment, if that makes sense. And the least competitive game right now is supposed to be the most competitive game, that being Trials of Osiris. But unfortunately, a lot more people are hitting offline now that, I guess, it's closer to Destiny 2. They want to get to the lighthouse for the first time, or something to that effect. And it still blows my mind that people hit offline. But that's kind of a random tangent. I do apologize about that. But I also completely agree with the better connection and the less abilities and grenades. But unfortunately, with the abilities and grenades, I don't think that they'll be minimized within Destiny 2. And that's just for the simple fact that it's a main part of a subclass. So I hope everything that you want actually does come true, because I completely agree with that a lot. But we just have to wait and see what actually happens when the full game is finally released. This next suggestion is a little bit confusing, but I think I understand what he means here. Although it's kind of counterintuitive what he actually wants. So he wants PvP to take place completely separate of PvE. The armor that you obtain won't matter, all the same guns, fight for better guns around the map, 1 super per game. Here's the problem with that. That would throw off the entire algorithm when it comes to Crucible. Armor is a main part of what is your build. If armor didn't matter, what would be the point of doing the raids and all of the different activities within PvE to get your armor? Unless they have their own specific set of Crucible armor that you can obtain, then by all means, go for that. That would be the only way that I see that would work out. As far as all the same guns are concerned, that would kill Crucible almost instantly. You see all the same guns being used right now, and this, in my opinion, is one of the worst metas that Destiny's ever been in. And once people figure out all the good guns, that's all anyone will use until they're nerfed. Then they'll find the next best gun, and the next best gun, and it'll just be this continuous cycle. This game needs weapon diversity, and that's something that I'm going to preach until Destiny 2 finally comes out. In order for PvP to be good in Destiny 2, they need weapon diversity, and I will overemphasize that. So, and the one super per game, again, that goes against the build. I would like for there to be only one super just because I feel supers are a little bit cheap, but then again, Bungie will kind of cater towards a casual audience, and I can see them possibly having 2 to 3 supers per game, just like how it is right now. So again, we're just going to have to wait and see until Destiny 2 is finally released. Andreas Straub wants fully configurable private matches, weapon types, ammo, yes or no, and etc. I completely agree with that as well. When Destiny 1 was released, we should have had private matches right off the bat. Why Bungie didn't include them right off the start, I honestly have no idea, but the fact that they finally came to Destiny was a huge deal. But I feel it was kind of lackluster, if that makes sense. So I completely agree with the idea of being able to fully customize your private matches. If you want to start with MLG tournaments, fully customizable private matches will be the way to go. You'll be able to choose what weapons to ban, what maps you want to play, all of the game modes you want to play, etc. So that way, MLG will actually be a thing for Destiny 2, and that will be huge for the game. That'll be a lot of exposure that this game needs, and in my opinion, it will make private matches a lot more fun, competitive, and entertaining as well. So this is a huge thing that I do indeed agree with. Let me know your opinions on that down in the comment section below. And now the final suggestion comes from Ramblin'. He says, less focus on abilities, ranked playlist, more interaction with the community from developers, and more frequent updates. I completely agree with that. We need, as a community, to be able to rely on the developers in order to create these frequent updates for weapons that are broken, glitches, just constant updates to actually keep the game fresh and exciting. Also, he says access to a pool of preset weapon rolls in private matches, cosmetic rewards for completing challenges and earning accolades or medals, so kind of like a system that Call of Duty has. Let's say you have camos for weapons. If you do a certain thing like headshots, you get a camo for, let's say, a Hawkmoon type weapon. Or if you go on a 5-kill streak, that should be a medal or an accolade. You know how there's a We Ran Out of Medals and a Mark of the Unbroken and a Phantom? That should be kept in kind of a record book, if that makes sense. And he mentions that in this next comment here. We're starting to see a little bit of the last with record books, but this game is still lacking in tangible progression overall. I want something to work towards more than just a chance at a good roll on a weapon, sorry about that. A lot of Crucible playtime feels wasted, and again, I can completely agree with that. I play hours of Crucible every week, trying to go for like a God Roll IS Luna or a God Roll Longbow out of the Crucible Quartermaster packages and stuff like that. And it never seems to really happen. And when I finally do, it's a really bad roll. So I can see where he's coming from with that. In order to actually have a chance at a good roll, or a guaranteed chance is better suitable for the situation, instead of just focusing on RNG. But then again, Bungie wants you to play the game. They want you to log in hour after hour after hour. So that's why they implemented that RNG system. I do hope that there's going to be a more guaranteed way of getting a good weapon roll, but I just don't see that happening. I see them keeping the RNG system in place. So thank you for the suggestion, Ramblin'. And now finally, I have 3 things that I want to say on this particular topic in general. And let me know if you guys agree with this too. So for Destiny 2's Crucible to be successful, there's 3 things that they need to keep in mind in order to keep this game alive and to make Crucible great. So the first is weapon diversity. Again, earlier I mentioned I was going to overemphasize this. You need a wide variety of weapons in order to keep a game feeling fresh. The reason why Crucible right now doesn't feel fresh at all is because you're only seeing things like the Palindrome, the Ice Luna, or the Icebreaker, and just sidearms in general. That's not good at all. You should be able to use any weapon in the game you want and actually have a fighting chance. Auto rifles have felt useless ever since the Suros regime was patched, because then at that time they patched all auto rifles. So hopefully there's going to be a wide variety of weapon usage within Destiny 2. Second, better overall connection. I can't tell you how many times I've been matched with someone in a different country. Me living in Indiana, I should not get matched up with someone in Europe or someone in Australia. It just geologically doesn't make sense. So their connection system and overall connection to their servers need to be better. And third, map design. They need to have good maps in order to actually make this game playable. A lot of the maps that they introduced with, let's say, the Rise of Iron or the Taken King, they were just downright bad. Sure, there was a good one here and there, but things like Cathedral of Dusk, Vertigo, and Skyline, in my opinion, are just some of the worst design maps in the game. So let me know what you guys think of that down in the comment section below. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more daily Destiny content here, hit that like button, subscribe to DestinyErik, follow us on Twitter and Twitch. The links will be down in the description below. And if you guys want to check me out, my links will also be down in the description below. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.